We start this show with a photograph taken on October 8th during a cabinet meeting. It is one of the most fascinating photographs I have seen in a long time because of the circumstances surrounding this particular photograph, and you'll know what they are in a moment. Chairing the meeting is the President of the Republic of Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta. Seated on his right is Deputy President William Ruto. As this meeting was going on, this cabinet meeting, in Nyamira County, police were breaking up a meeting, which had been scheduled for that same afternoon, which was due to be presided over by Deputy President William Ruto. People had already gathered and taken their seats, and they were all getting ready for the meeting which was scheduled to happen in the afternoon. And the Deputy President was supposed to come out of this cabinet meeting and fly straight to Nyamira for this rally. Now, Nyamira was formerly part of Kisii when Kisii was a district. In fact, some people still call it North Kisii County. Now, of course, the organizers of this particular meeting did not take kindly to this breaking up of their meeting, the Deputy President. And in fact, one of the organizers was quoted as announcing that the Deputy President was in a cabinet meeting. And immediately after that cabinet meeting with President Uhuru Kenyatta, he would fly over to Nyamira for that meeting. So the police had no business breaking up the meeting. On whose authority were they doing it? That is really what the organizers were saying in releasing this information. The Deputy President, of course, was informed when he emerged from the cabinet meeting that his scheduled rally in Nyamira had been broken up by police. And later, he said the move by the police was completely uncalled for, adding that it was meant to raise funds for border riders to empower them. There had also been another scheduled function for the Deputy President in Nyamira, and he announced that both the two functions had been postponed to Thursday next week. Now, the police, in breaking up the meeting, said that they were responding to the new instructions, new directive, if you like, that before any public meeting is held, the police have to be informed 3 days beforehand. And in this particular case, the police had not been informed. Naturally, because this particular meeting was planned before the directive came out. Now back to the cabinet meeting. The cabinet meeting approved the stringent measures invoked by the National Security Advisory Committee to contain early campaigns and rising political temperatures in the country. And there's something else the cabinet did, which should be of great interest to all Kenyans. It approved the establishment of a multi-agency team on public order. Wow, that's a lot of information with long-sounding, boring words. So let's break it down. And let's start with the work of this multi-agency team on public order. They are supposed to enforce the new stringent measures. Now, you'll have to forgive me. There's a lot of highly sensitive stuff related to this issue of this multi-agency team, which I reveal in my latest weekly intelligence briefings, number 41, which should be going out to subscribers as we speak. And in case you're not a member, it's easy to be one. Granted, our previous offer ended Yeah, and we have a brand new offer, yeah, which is still quite good. Please take advantage of it, if you're not yet a member, that is, as soon as possible. Yeah, because prices will go up again very soon. In my view, the offer is still life membership, so it's still excellent. Yeah, but that will end in the next 3 or 4 days, so please hurry. Now, the people who are going to bear the brunt, yeah, of this multi-agency team are not the politicians, in my view. It is ordinary Kenyans and the media, including social media. Let us take a quick look at the composition of this multi-agency team. Yeah, then you'll understand a little better where I'm going with this. Members include the Attorney General, the ICT Ministry, yeah, National Intelligence Services, the National Police, Administration Police Service, and Directorate of Criminal Investigations. Others are, take careful note of this one, the National Cohesion and Integration Commission. This is where ordinary folks come in. ICT Authority and Communication Authority of Kenya. You know, there's been some heated debate on social media with people throwing barbs at each other, yeah, between Team Keleweke and Team Tangatanga. And of late, this particular discussion has moved into discussing tribes and tribal equations, yeah, in Kenyan politics. My strong advice is, if you've been involved in these kinds of discussions on social media, you'd better tone down immediately. And those in the diaspora, yeah, far away from Kenya, like in the United States, Europe, and elsewhere, you must also tone down, yeah, because you're going to get people into trouble. You may be feeling safe yourself, but you will trigger discussions that could get people into trouble. Now, I appreciate the fact that some of us may not fully understand what I'm talking about, yeah, but if you check out my latest weekly intelligence briefings, it's all there, it's spelled out. And especially the why. You know, there's an African saying, yeah, that goes like this: ndovu zikipigana ni nyasi huumia. When two elephants are fighting, yeah, most of the damage happens to the grass, yeah, around where the fight is taking place, and not to the two elephants fighting. As the cabinet meeting was taking place, yeah, to ratify, approve, okay, yeah, these new moves, both the president and the deputy president were seated peacefully, yeah, in a cabinet meeting. But in Nyamira, there were confrontations, and not only between the police and organizers of the meeting, yeah, but also between supporters of the deputy president and those opposed to the deputy president. Definitely not a comfortable situation, yeah, for ordinary Kenyans on opposing sides of the political divide. Regulars on this channel will know that in a recent video, I suggested that it was time for Kenyans to abandon, yeah, their favorite political horses, some of whom we support, yeah, because they come from our tribe, and for us all to unite as tribeless Kenyans, because basically we are on our own. Little did I know that just a few hours later, nyasi itaanza kuumia ndovu zikipigana. Because all these stringent new measures, multi-agency team to enforce public order, and so on and so forth, we all know where it came from. Yeah, it was all triggered by what happened in Murang'a, where sadly, 2 ordinary Kenyans lost their lives. And without being insensitive, looking back, one must ask the question, what were they fighting for? Who were they fighting for? Was it worth it? And going forward, is it worth it for you to lose your freedom? Yeah, to be inconvenienced because you're fighting for somebody. And in most cases, somebody you don't even know. You've never met them, even if they hail from your tribe. Folks, the time has come, for us to abandon our favorite political candidates. Stop discussing them. Stop discussing personalities. And discuss issues which are affecting us as Kenyans. That is something much more worthwhile, because it will not only impact you, but it will impact your children and your great-grandchildren. That's how serious it is. But supporting a certain candidate, with all your strength, with all your insults, seriously, how will that help you? How will that help your children? Even if you believe that your candidate is being targeted, is being dealt with, and that candidate is sitting in a cabinet meeting, that is okaying moves to deal with you if you insult others, I strongly recommend that you sit down and rethink what you're doing and what you're going to do moving forward. Kwa sababu haujui hao watu walianzana namna gani, hujui walikosania wapi, inakuhusu nini? Why don't you let them sort it out between themselves? Because you are not there when things went wrong. And so, sincerely speaking, how do you come in? My dear fellow Kenyans, wake up. Now, there are some other consequences that have resulted from this latest development. Negative consequences. You can do something which appears to be good, because you're responding to things getting out of hand, which is precisely what a government should do. However, some of the peripheral consequences are going to be negative on everybody. And of course I discuss them fully in my latest weekly intelligence briefings. Make sure you catch them. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.